Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of Canal Days. As always, I'm your host, Carrie, along with my co-host, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Camus. Our Canal Days series delves into the vast collection of historical sites throughout Massachusetts, with Robert's expertise of the local history as our personal guide. Each episode, we uncover history throughout local communities, highlighting the historic landmarks and uncovering their seminal significance. Today's episode of Canal Days will be introducing and discussing the Indian Orchard Branch Library, located in Springfield, Massachusetts. And Robert, can you reveal who it was that designed this library?
John Donahue, who was the official architect of the Springfield Catholic Diocese, who mostly did churches or ecclesiastic buildings, also did the Indian Orchard Branch Library design. And you can tell by the outside style having a lot of checkered bricks, so it goes from a certain light look to a darkened look. And the coins area also does that to a much more drastic case. Right? And it continues onto both sides, so you can see it all around. And so this is one of his few non-eclectic building, and he did a great job here. So it's a very unique look to it. And he's done buildings such as in Springfield, in Northampton, he did a building called St. John Cantius, which is probably my favorite. It's a gorgeous looking building with a lot of checkered bricks to it. And using that as a prototype, he's done many more across the Connecticut River Valley. In Westfield, he did the Polish church there. In Springfield, he did the Italian church. And in Holyoke, he did the Holy Cross Church. But he's done up to maybe 60 churches and about 25 other religious buildings. And so this is one of the unusual ones, a library.
And can you describe some of the characteristics of the library?
If you go inside, you also see a lot of very gorgeous looking items, including a checkered floor right in the atrium. Inside the atrium is also up above you some hemispherical shape, which is checkered glass. So today we're going to talk about the artwork inside the library, some of the particulars of the library, and the clocks, and so forth and so on. So that glass work above the atrium is gorgeous. I think they use about 6 different shades of green, and they're mostly towards the aqua green look. And it's still the original from the first year. It's from 1908. Right, and around the library there's also a lot of artwork that we're going to talk about. And then outside again, there's in the entablature, City Library, Indian Orchard Branch. And that is well done too. And then on the side, you got even more elegant look to the brick, because on the front they only use straight brick, but on the side they use diagonal bricks, which also change with color as you go along. So the whole is quite wonderful. Now this is found at 44 Oak Street in the Village, so please visit it.
And stick around, we'll be right back after this quick announcement. Are you fascinated by local history and eager to investigate the obscure treasures off the beaten path throughout the state of Massachusetts? Or maybe just seeking an unforgettable cultural activity for family and friends to enjoy? Look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Camus. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, charming churches, or more, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. And that's not it. You can also schedule private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized adventure and unforgettable memories. Perfect for families or groups of all sizes, making for an exciting hands-on learning experience that brings history to life. simply visit hoyocanaltour.org or email bobcat4214, capital B, at yahoo.com to book your private tour today. Getting back to our episode on the Indian Orchard Library, can you particularize the details of the clock inside the library?
They have a clock from a very long time ago. This was given to the library in the year 1909 from a Dexter Lilly. He owned a mill out on the Indian Orchard Power Canal. And the plaque says, and it presented this copy of a Willard banjo clock to the Indian Orchard Branch Library in 1909, meticulously restored by the Kamuta family in November of 2006. So it has a gorgeous look to it. It's a lot of patriotic themes within it. It's a copy of what a banjo clock would look like, but it itself looks gorgeous. And it's been there so long, it's become part of the decor of the wonderful library. So you have to see it and to understand how beautiful it looks. But I have pictures on my webpage for you to look at.
And can you characterize the artwork throughout the library for us?
Yes, there's some original artwork, and I'll tell you about some of them. There is a piece called the Cumian Sybil, right? And that was given by the Ward Estate in 1927. The Ward Company was another one of the mills on the Indian Orchard Power Canal, and they donated it to the library 98 years ago. And it's a picture of a woman. It looks like a Roman set in the background. Then there's another gift to the library of a beautiful painting, and that's from 1916. And it's a natural-looking painting. There's a very large brook going by, and there's a tree and a bend in a river, and it looks like people on the side of the banks. It's very well made for itself. And these gifts from a long time ago are still in great shape. So the entirety, the beautiful semi-spherical glasswork, the outdoor facade, the two original paintings inside the banjo itself on the wall are quite gorgeous. So you got a great feel in the front of this library.
Thanks for listening to Canal Days and our episode on the Indian Orchard Branch Library in Springfield, Massachusetts, and joining us on our journey through the rich history of the Connecticut River Valley. We hope you enjoyed uncovering some of the hidden and overlooked marvels and their fascinating stories that shaped our past in the state of Massachusetts. A special thanks to Robert Camus, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. Remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore the Canal Days video and podcast series at hoyocanaltour.org. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Don't forget to keep exploring and discovering what is hidden in plain sight all around us. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune to our next episode of Canal Days and log on to hoyocanaltour.org. Until next time.